Before I cried. What do you mean I'm wearing chicken already? Like after 2 hours, you go. No people. Can you imagine me there chat almost in the entire story and it was not recording. It was not. It stopped partway and I did not realize. Sorry. Come again, girl. Get a grip, man. Get a grip.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Hey y'all, welcome to the channel, everybody. Oof, I forgot my name. Oh my god. Welcome here. Can I get a breath? Hey y'all. I just want to say welcome to the channel. Thank you for, joining. I'm Nate. Hi. Little bit nervous. Kinda shy. But we're gonna get the video out tonight. Yeah? So as you can see by the title, we're doing a story time today. We're gonna do a story time with a little twist. So I'm gonna have like this animation going on to give you guys like a little visual. Without further ado, let's get right into the story. Yeah? So the story time is about my worst restaurant experience. And people, I cried. Like, uh, oh my god, I was so over it. Anyways, so we had this trip. Okay, so there's this trip where a group of us will usually go the end of the year. At the end of the year, we try to make it an annual trip, right? Now we were supposed to have this trip in December, but then life happens. Like life was life, and we ended up having the trip in January. My birthday is the 2nd of January, right? So when we realized like the trip not actually in a December like plan, it's going to January. I at the time I wasn't in any mood for like a big celebration for my birthday. I mean, there was just so much happening, and it was just this year. I just wanted it to be different. Like I wanted my birthday to be celebrated in a different way. Boy, anyways, the trip the trip was planned for the 3rd of January. And so we decided, okay, we weren't able to go the second, but the third. Now, on this trip, we had planned to go to a restaurant. We wanted to do something a bit different than what we did the last year, the previous year. So we decided, okay, we're going to go to a restaurant. Let's explore a bit. Let's try something new. No, everybody brainstorm. What happened to you're sending the restaurant that you like? You're sending. We were working with like a budget in a sense. So because we had other activities planned, so we're like, okay, so we go. With a budget it out and thing. I found this restaurant and oh my god, just saying I found this restaurant is crazy. I found this restaurant and one thing about me, I'm gonna do my research. And so I did my research and then I did a restaurant. So we're gonna use like the social media pages. So I'm gonna do like a research on TikTok. I did my research on IG, Google reviews and try get the prices, try get the menu, the location, everything. Fell in love with the restaurant. I'm not gonna lie. But I like what I see. The pictures were chef's kiss. Like,
Oh my god! Wow!
yeah. Fell in love with the restaurant and I sent it in the group. Everybody see her like, yeah, this is the one. Like, so for it. Like, it was. Yeah. Anyways, it had highlighted that, after a certain number of persons, you had to make a reservation, which was not a problem. So, and due to the date, yeah, because we're going on the third. The restaurant thingy was on the third evening. Due to the date, we had said, okay, why not celebrate Nate's birthday? I was like, okay, that's fine. So we had called and we had let them know that okay, we're gonna do a birthday celebration. They were like, okay, that's no problem, yada yada yada, and everything booked, everything nice, everything good, right? The night now, we were so excited. Like we had talked about the food, we had talked about the menu, like we did excited. God, we did very excited. Get dressed. We went to the restaurant. when we were going, like when we were like very close, probably like through the first gate, we had a little confusion as to where exactly to turn to find the restaurant's parking lot because apparently there were like other places on the building on the complex, so we're trying to find the restaurant's parking lot. That took a little time and that did kind of run because we'd have run it close, Yeah, we'd have run it close to the reservation time. To be honest, we tried to leave out like extra early, but we'd have run close to the reservation time. Now the cap. We reached just in time though, like literally just in time. And we went we went inside. Upon entering, my anxiety, like, all of a sudden, it just gone through the roof. Like, I was so anxious. I was so anxious. The place packed. Like, gonna say this, it packed. It was so packed. At first, I was like, oh shit. Sorry. I was like, oh man, there's no seat for us. It is tight. The space tight, but differently. And there they look good. And everybody dressed up. And, yeah. So, I was a little anxious. I'm not gonna lie because I do struggle with anxiety like from time to time. So yeah, I was a bit anxious. Nevertheless, we went to the hostess and we provided our names and the reservation, etc., whatever the necessary information. She was like, "Okay, come with me," and we went to the bar section. We didn't spend long at the bar section. It was like under 2 minutes, and then we were seated by our waitress. Thereon, she introduced herself. Um, offer the water and whatever, you get the menu and say, okay, let me give it some time to think about your order, etc. And then she left. As we say, oh, the place back. So she did take a little time to come back. Really, I knew what I wanted, to be honest, from the jump, getting into the restaurant. I did already have an idea of what I want. So like, it did my mind. There was no change in it. And I said, let me view the menu to see if there was anything that I didn't see online. Sat there, and then we were waiting on the waitress. She came back or whatever. We'll put in the order. Appetizer, main course, the drinks. There wasn't any dessert on the menu, which I was hoping for. There wasn't any. We're there waiting, so tired. You just order, the place full, so we figure so might take a little time to get the food. Why? When I got to lie, it seemed like everybody did I celebrate birthday. When I say everybody, I mean everybody. Like almost every table that was around us, there was a celebration. So every minute there was a birthday song playing. Differently though, the music differently. You can get an 8. Like if I should rate it, it would be like an 8. At one point there was literally a table beside us, which over there's a big party, give an exchange, nice and make big party going over here. So but yeah. We're vibing, we're chilling. Waiting. Like when I say waiting, I mean waiting. Patiently waiting. Until it became impatiently waiting. 1 hour pass, no food, no drinks, no appetizer, nothing at all. 2 hours pass, still nothing. We get confused, like, what's happening. Everybody else around me, I get food, except me. Next thing we know, like 2 hours and more, to be honest, almost 3 hours in the waitress came by and she was like, oh, I'm sorry. Um, I might have to take a different order because there's no more chicken.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean?
What do you mean no more chicken na there? Like after 2 hours you go come to me and you go tell me say you know no more chicken. Like keep in mind the menu, like let me just highlight this. The menu was made up of mainly chicken dishes. So like you had a variety on the menu which I liked, but it was mostly chicken. So it's either chicken and seafood. Because you have little fish, calamari, then make us up there. So it was between like chicken and seafood. None of us wanted seafood. So I'm like, what do you mean there's no chicken? She's like, yeah, I'm so sorry there's no chicken, so we have to choose something else. This did piss me off. Like at that point, very, very disappointed. Like you could literally feel the disappointment right across the table. We are like, okay. So I saw like they had shrimp pasta. So I said to her, okay, I'll take a shrimp pasta. She said, hold on, give me a second, I should rush to the kitchen and come. I'm sorry, there's no shrimp.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
At this point, shut down the restaurant, shut down the kitchen, because we don't have, we mean no shrimp, no chicken, no shrimp, so what am I supposed to eat? Then she came and she was like, oh, we can do pasta, like chicken pasta, but anything other than that, there's no chicken. So we get curious. If you don't have no chicken, where are you gonna get the chicken from to make the chicken pasta? But then I'm like, alright, probably because I need to make the chicken actually going on the pasta. Probably that. I don't know. It's alright then. We'll take the chicken pasta. Shortly after she left, she came back and this head manager, I'm not sure if it's a head chef manager, I'm not sure her position because she come there and she started name of herself first of all. And we were quite confused because this is not our fault you don't have chicken. You, as I said before, you have to make reservation for the place. And I told the guys that the place was packed. Most of the parties that were there were over 4 people. So therefore everybody there had to make a reservation. So it's just crazy how you run out of food. Like how you run out of food. You know you're supposed to check your books to see that XYZ. And I said, alright, we're gonna take up the chicken pasta. 2 persons had initially ordered the chicken pasta, so sorry, everybody at this point ordered the chicken pasta. We had to wait until after 11 to get our food. Like at one point, the restaurant started to get empty, so we were the last persons there to get our food. We got the food. We did get the drinks before, and we rate the drinks and whatever, but we got our food, and I'm not just we get the food. First of all, I never like the smell. The smell threw me off. The way it looked, I can't tell you how it looked, because I really don't remember. So, alright, let me taste it, because at this point, hungry I bite. Taste the food, and people, it got right back in the napkin.
Ugh. Brother, ugh. What's that? What's that, brother?
I could not swallow it. That was not edible. I don't know what kind of plane in the ground in the kitchen, but that never edible at all. Like, I don't know how to describe it. And at that point, we just ready to go home. I'm like, you better me just like KFC or something, because clearly I waste my time and money here. The waitress was nice, so she came to me and she said, wait, before that, I'm leaving on something. The manager who's very full, she was like, she came back to us and she was like, oh, we found some chicken that could give 1 plate appetizer, some foolishness like that. But she was like, yeah, we found some chicken and we could do a plate appetizer. And we were like, okay, like at this point, it was just anything. She brought it out and was like, all right, this is on the house. That did all right. That's what we did eat. It did all right. But it was like probably 4 wings, probably about 4 or 5 wings and a couple fries. I was like, all right. So we had that. And then, the whole food fiasco, which made have to spit out. The waitress came and she was like, I'm sorry, there's something wrong with the food. So I didn't want to be rude. I was upset, disappointed, irritated, all of the above, but I didn't want to be rude. So I was like, it's not to my liking. She was like, I am so sorry to hear that. I'm going to take it to I'll mention it in the kitchen and see what happens. No, never come out like, cause the girl not even returned. And to be honest, if she probably hear something in the kitchen and yeah, she said, I don't know how to tell her that, so here I'm not return. Come on, return. And the girl not even return. After that, we said, alright, move to pack up food. I mean, pack up the taste bad pasta. It ended up going on the bin, to be honest, but we have to keep so. But I even stay to come to think of it, it could have stayed because we still never eat it. Pack up the taste bad pasta and say, alright, get the bill. Then take forever to provide the bill. When the bill came, you remember the same appetizer that was on the house? Yeah, it was on the bill as well. So we're like, yeah, definitely not paying that. We said it was on the house, so we sent that back to the bill. We don't know if at the bill department, kitchen department, I don't know which department it went, and I really did not care. So we're like, yeah, that's supposed to be on the bill. The icing on the cake, as my friend would say, we said, you know what? We went out, we got dressed up, we were looking cute. Let us go and take some pictures. People, my shoes off. My shoes left me on the road. Their shoes drop off on my foot. At that point, I'm wondering about like I literally said it to them, I am going home to cry. Like I said it. I'm like, you know what, I'm going to cry. Because what kind of song is this? The shoes, the pretty heels. It just been wearing for probably like the second or third time. Left me road, you know, the people in restaurant. I was pissed. So I was like, you know, the moment took pay and we're like, you were ready to go. I took off both shoes because it don't make no sense. We couldn't walk night. I mean, never, me just, me did, I have had enough. So never have no plan to like, I drag my foot, I tried drag the shoes through the people in restaurant. I took it off and I walked barefoot right to the car because I was so pissed. I was so irritated. I was so disappointed. And on top of that, I'm hungry, like hungry. Hungry kill me. I will almost reach the car. Like, you could have said some people in there started feeling, you know, like a few waitress. Like, yeah, you could have said some feel away, but that's how it goes, you know? When we almost reached the car, you know, so my friend just popped up. Like, we almost reached the car, the girl, she was like, part two. At that point, we're like, what kind of song is this in the night? At probably like 12 a.m. The shoes, yeah, the girl shoes popped. So we walked barefoot going to the car. Thankfully, we had both brought some flat slippers because we were both wearing heels into the restaurant. We brought some flat slippers and that we put out when we reached the car to walk back to the house because yeah, the two shoes from the road, like the two pairs of shoes were. So yeah, that was my very horrible experience. Um, the ambience, because I didn't give any rating. If I shouldn't rate the place, like, obviously the experiences are negative. Like, obviously the experience was in the negative. The ambience of the place, I could, yeah, I won't lie. Would I give it probably like a 9.5? It was really good. The music was okay as well. The food, oh god, negative. Not couldn't eat. I wanted to feed that to a dog, to be honest. The food was terrible. Like, really terrible. What else? And the staff was okay because the waitress that we had, she was really nice, to be honest. But would I go there again? I don't think so. But yeah, that was my experience. Next thing I thought, oh, I'm going to get piercing off my food. I'm gonna find that. Yeah, that was my experience. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. More videos coming soon. Do like, subscribe, comment. Yeah, that's all of it. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.
That's all, folks.